Hi there, this is Amanda Frankel with Our Crafty Playdate, and today we are going to be making birthday cards. I have used the same set of stuff here. I've just done it in two different colorways, and I want to show you how I did it. I am using a couple things out of the mini catalog. This catalog actually is done at the end of June, so if you find anything that you like, you really need to get on it. I'm using this paper here, which is called the Fine Arts Floral, and I'm using this here. I'll just throw that around a little bit, which is the Golden Garden Designer Specialty Acetate, so it's see-through. And let's see what else I'm using. I am using, oh, this is great. So this stamp set is actually from our new annual catalog, and it's this one here. It's kind of a sleeper, so don't miss it. It's on page 63. It's just a stamp set. There are no dies or anything, but they will definitely fit in just about any tags that you have. And this was one of the first things that I gravitated toward, that is just sentiments. I love it. And I think I'm going to find a lot of use for it. But we're going to make this one here today. So let me get started. I'm going to put this here, and I'm just going to move this off just so you can see. This one, by the way, I used Mary Merlot and Mossy Meadow, and the way that I knew to use those colors is they're the colors that are actually in this paper. So this is the Fine Arts Floral, and it actually lists all the colors that are in that paper set, and then you can pick which ones you want to work with. We're using these today, and that is Flirty Flamingo. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold that, make our card base. This is a really, really quick card. I'm going to glue a panel down, so that's also easy peasy, right? So far not challenging. So a panel, when I say a panel, a standard size panel, by the way, I'm using my liquid glue here because I love it, but look how little I used. That's all you need, I promise. When I say a panel, a standard panel that would be on the front of a card is 1/4 of an inch smaller than the front of the card. So this is an 8.5 by 11 that I cut in half. So now it's 8.5 by 5.5. And so the panel here would be 5.25 by 4. Okay, got it. All right, so you're going to cut 2 of those anyway because you're going to want to put one on the inside also, which I didn't do here, so that you can tell that it's my sample because we actually made this in a class. Oh, we're going to go ahead and use our Fine Arts Floral paper. That is hard for me to say today. This piece is 4 by 3. The reason 4 by 3 works so well is because it comes as a 12 by 12 piece of paper. And so if you cut 4 by 3, you're going to be able to get a lot of these puppies out of the same one sheet of paper. So that's a pretty easy cut and an easy piece there. The next thing that I'm going to use is my acetate. Now the acetate, I have cut, let's see, 3/4 of an inch by 4 inches. So it is cut the same length as this. It's kind of hard to see. It is gold on one side and silver on the other. So you really could put whatever works with your card. If I were going to do a navy card, I would probably do the silver up because I love that. But I'm doing it with gold, and I want it to be angled here at the edge just for a little bit more interest. So I know that that's this edge. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it on the angle going right to that point. And there you go, it's going to stick right here. But there's always a trick when you're going to stick vellum or acetate down, because you don't want the adhesive to show, and it will. It doesn't matter what adhesive you use. They can even say they're for vellum. It doesn't matter, it's going to show. So this is kind of a trick to stick it under there. So I'll show you what I did there in a little bit. But anyway, I am just going to use a little bit of my Stampin' Seal. This is our new adhesive. And I'm just going to put, oh, I'm going to take that off this time. And I'm just going to put a little bit right here. So you can see I just put a tiny bit right here. I'm not going to do the whole length because my sentiment is going to cover that up. Did you see how I just pushed down on that? I'm not used to the Stampin' Seal. It's new to us. So now I'm going to put this on here. Again, as I always tell you, your card is not going through a wind tunnel. Here is where my adhesive is. See how that would show if I had that where people could see it? But it's kind of hidden underneath there, so it doesn't matter. And now instead of, so I was going to mass produce these. Originally I was using the rectangular stitch dies, but I got mine caught and then it got a little snaggy and then I picked at it because I'm a picker. That's what I do. So, oh, that's not the right size. Hang on. Here it is. This is the size for my sentiment right here. And it is 2 7/8 by 1.5. I probably really didn't have to make it 2 7/8. I probably could have made it 3 inches, but it's not. So I wanted to be honest in advertising there. All right, so now I'm going to stamp my happy birthdays. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to use this is Flirty Flamingo, which is this bright pink color. And if the staining bothers you, you can stamp your ink, your stamp first in Versamark ink and then put it in your colored ink and it won't stain as much. But quite honestly, it's not going to make a difference. I'm still going to be able to see through it, so I'm good. I'm going to kind of center that without putting my head under the camera, if I can here. How's that? It's a little bit off center. The camera just fell over. Oh, it's one of those days. Hang on, guys. All right, now it won't. Okay, so we just got back from vacation and I will tell you I'm off. I'm just off. All right, so that's the happy. And now Mossy Meadow. I'm going to stamp my birthday, but you could really, you could do so many things. So I want to do thanks, friend, for somebody who picked up my mail while I was gone. She doesn't watch my videos because she's not a crafter, so she's always just amazed at what I've created. So I will probably make her that. All right, stamp the birthday right on top. There it is. And now I'm just going to pop that up there. The way I'm going to pop it up is with dimensionals, but I will show you a trick also. So you definitely want to do opposite corners like that for sure. You want to do one in the middle for sure. But then I always like to make sure that I'm putting one or two kind of right over that spot. See that spot right there? Just going to do that. That way, that is right on the junction of this, and it kind of helps lock it down for me. So we'll just fling these on the floor. All right, and I have a dimensional stuck to my finger. Look, it's a new accessory, Mom. All right, so now I'm just gonna stick that right on there, kind of centered, and there you go. It's ready to go. And I would for sure, oh, I got a little goop in there. I would for sure put another panel on the inside here that I could write on, but that's how easy that is. Thank you much for stopping by. Hi, this is just a crazy day, but thank you so much for stopping by. If you see anything in here that you like and you don't have a demonstrator of your own, I would love to be yours. And you can find me at www.ourcraftyplaydate.stampinup.net. And if you see anything specifically from this other catalog, like this paper, or this paper here, this acetate, you need to order that before the end of June because that's when it goes. All right, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.